takes, I don't even know, 10, 15 seconds just to run over there and engage. And by the time you get there, you mentioned how open it was. It's probably one of the most, I think it's even more punishing than training grounds, in my opinion. Like, in terms of where you can spawn.
If it is, we failed.
Well, we didn't. I mean, how did we?
If it is, we
didn't have a say in what maps are played. Oh, let's be very real about this, okay? We had no say in this place, but you know, the players wanted it. They wanted it for a reason, so I guess let's go ahead and get into it. Exclusive on your screen already. Ooh, he got hit with it. Rezik is now into hill, and Reflame is looking to pressure in. So this could be fun to see Team Queso, previous Spanglish here, because Spy Gaming, the competitive rolling right, they ended up being removed, and Team Queso hasn't wasted the opportunity. Clearly, they are working hard to stay in Pro League and wanting to make an impact. I think more so than several other teams. So let's see what they can do.
You know, these are two teams with Latin American players who got history with each other. You know, Chris and Sleeafer got a lot of history when it comes down to Crabyys, Absenz, Reflame, and BGod. And, you know, this is going to be a spicy matchup. I honestly think Dream Conspiracy is going to contest Team Queso more than we're all giving them credit for. But we'll see what happens as Cristalize gets the double drop shot. The kills come through, and Team Queso, when it comes down to P1, they're going to get majority of this time, and if not all of it.
Well, it looks as if they are definitely going to be successful off this first hill. They'll give a couple of points. So you can have this, brother. You stay put. We're going to rotate over towards next, and we're heading over to one of our first corner hills, Blaze, which, as you said, could be quite punishing.
Yeah, no, it could be. So, as you're going to start to see, it is going to be Team Queso who gets set up first. They got some players making sure that no one can get behind them through the spawn side of the map. Oh, as you can see, clearly the 1v1 is being won over there. And in this moment, Team Queso, they're right where they want to be. Now, with them getting those first bloods, they're taking 2v1s left and right, no problem.
Really good spacing from Cristalize, and you mentioned taking those 2v1s, no problem. And yeah, they have the numbers advantage. And one of the things that Dream Conspiracy has struggled consistently, and I mean, even a lot of rosters, and I keep saying Crabyys rosters, not all on him, but you can go back to the original Team Queso that Crabyys was on, or even Elevate when they were playing with Dragons & Co. That was way back, right, during the 5v5 Escalation days. And but either way, it just seems as if their rosters are so individual based. They don't play collectively as a team. You see a lot of individual pushes, and that individuality just simply isn't going to cut it. It's not going to work, especially in Control when you need a big you know, concise push altogether. Dream Conspiracy just doesn't bring that. But either way, man, even in the 1v1s, you can see Team Queso just handling their own, standing their ground.
Yeah, Dream, like when it comes down to the individual skill is super important, but you got to figure out a way how to synergize that with the rest of your teammates and effective ways to be able to win these rounds. You know, hold some strong defensive setups, making it as difficult as for your opponent as possible to be able to come back and retake, and also, you know, lead the charge on the retakes for the hills.
Looks dead to me.
Now, we're not seeing any individual performances here on our screen currently, as Team Queso, they walk in as a unit, clear out the hill, get the power weapon set up. They're also trying to clear out the spawn. They're trying to push those players back as far as possible. But here comes Dream Conspiracy.
Well, here comes Dream Conspiracy indeed with that drop shot. Rezik connects onto Crabyys. Absenz will take down Xclusive, but still more work to be done. But either way, Team Queso does seem as if they're going to back off for the time being. And for the first time, we're going to see Team Queso spawning way out of hill, and you can see how far Xclusive and Cristalize spawned right there. Forced to rotate in straight into Absenz, who was doing a great job holding his ground. Bit of a, I don't know if it was a misroll per se, but he stands up and he makes the most of it. Cristalize trying to go for the team pickup, but he does get it, but it's not going to amount to much.
Yeah, great fights right here from Dream Conspiracy, but here comes Rezik trying to make this an even 2v2 fight as his teammate has a 1v1 in the hill. I love BGod disengaging to help his teammate on the objective while they leave their other teammate to fend for himself. Now they get to watch the flank with the entire unit. And that was a great rotation there from BGod to make sure that his squad was getting points and he had the objective at the forefront of his mind.
Decent lead for Team Queso, but Dream Conspiracy does have a successful hill. Cristalize caught off guard as Crabyys takes him down. Xclusive trying to hide behind that truck, and I do like this map for you know, a couple different reasons. I think the cover system in here is punishing, but the cover systems though is pretty unique here, like with all the vehicles and trucks that you have. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah. You know, I agree with that. As far as like areas to fight in those engagements, you got some fun ones, but yeah. Look at this rotation. You won't get in no shotgun fights, okay? And with that cover, you need a little bit more cover there towards the middle. There's a lot of circular covers as well on this map.
Those drop shots have been brutal. Dream Conspiracy's been filling every single one of them. As we now head into yet a fresh kill, as Team Queso's been doing a great job. Good shot over cover from Cristalize, and I'm seeing no faults with Team Queso's gameplay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. As they're staggering these deaths, they're staying mobile. They got a very breathable defense as they are just rotating around the map, hunting for kills, looking for the respawn, staying together, not getting caught off guard. Rezik's gonna miss a few shots, but he hits those. This is a different story.
Reflame does in fact hit at least one. Across the way though, this is going to be unique because you do have, if you attack it from mid, you can lancer out these players. There's no coverage. It's a pretty open hill. It's at least one of the most open hills we have on this map specifically.
Now with this hill, you can stop the capture if you're sitting at those little windows in the inside. You could be on the opposite end of that and keep the hill neutral. So you have to make sure you clear out both sides and force your opponent to spawn on the opposite side of the map. If you don't do that, you ain't gonna be racking in the time on that hill that you need to.
177-58. BGod laying down the cover fire, but Team Queso ever relenting continues to push forward, but an opportunity persists, and Crabyys is going to take down and clean up the members of TQ. Well done. I believe we're already back to our initial starting point, Blaze, and that just comes to show you the rotation on these hills is going to be very quick as well.
Yeah, it is going to be quick, as you're going to start to see still a lot of time up there for Dream Conspiracy to lock in, but they're trying to stop this flank coming in from the backside spawn, and they're going to successfully be able to do that. They had to disengage two players from the setup, but they still got plenty on the map as they're looking for the spawns here for Team Queso. They kind of got a good idea of where they may be coming from. I love their spread so far. But I don't know if they know that player 4 is on the inside yet. Well, now they do.
Yeah, now they do, but for a short period he didn't. I'm kind of curious to know how many sneaky players we'll see on this, you know, because it's so open. I think there is an opportunity to be sneaky on the corner hills, but not so much like when you're transitioning per se. But either way, Rezik does have that drop shot once again, and I believe Team Queso has had the drop shot literally every single time. His Dream Conspiracy just hasn't been able to get it. But despite all of that, Dream Conspiracy has brought it down to within 50, 60 points. So they're not doing too bad. They're starting to heat up. It's almost as if they're starting to really develop their strategy on this map as they play.
And with this map being so new, I'm not surprised. Both these teams are going to be kind of evolving their setups here in the moment, because it's the first time in which they played it in a pressure environment outside of scrims. So that pressure can allow your team to possibly level up and learn some new things here. But as we're starting to see rotation coming in here for next, there's going to be 3 members of Dream Conspiracy trying to push through the inside. I love this angle from Sleeafer, making sure no one can sit there, but he quickly got countered. But look at his foresight to be able to disengage, knowing that pressure's coming, knowing that a threat is near. But the threat was a valid one, as you're going to see Dream Conspiracy be able to break through the setups. And, you know, I think they picked about 2 kills there. At this point, they just need to keep staggering deaths and push through and get set up towards the back hill.
Yep, this hill, another one that is going to be a quote-unquote money hill. And I think Xclusive can sit in that corner, if I'm not mistaken, and keep that hill decapped. So a lot of interesting angles for the hill specifically, but you can tell Team Queso easily retakes it for themselves. They'll surpass the 200-point mark, start to get closer and closer to the 300. Sleeafer keeping his head on a swivel is going to be challenged by Absenz. Great shot to take him down. And by taking him out, this gives Team Queso the ability to spawn closer to the hill where DC is going to be spawning out.
Look at DC in the open. Crossed out, punched out, shut out. Drop shot's gonna go in the hand of Team Queso. They think one player is in this area. The jig is up. They got all the power weapons. They got control of the map. They're gonna be set up in our back at we're gonna enter our second rotations of hill, so they're back at P1. Oh, and these nades are about to be detrimental on the side of Dream Conspiracy if they use them. Because you see how he's like, oh, we got a man advantage. There's no point in me tossing the nades. He's saving them as long as they can. But with 2 downs, he needs to toss. One more nade.
And one more. And it's going to connect.
Beautiful nade.
That's a 2-piece. Yeah, beautiful. Well done. And good composure from Sleeper to hold on to him, right? In that moment.
No, it was the Rezik.
Or Rezik, excuse me. So Team Queso well underway to taking this victory. Dream Conspiracy showing some life, some silver linings here and there, but consistently they're getting destroyed with the power weapons. You know, drop shot, nades, you know, really anything. That Team Queso is picking up every utility item on the map. Dream Conspiracy just hasn't been able to prioritize that whatsoever. A lot of Lancer fire, man. A lot of Lancer fire, and it makes sense.
And yeah, especially on this map. When your team's dominating as much as you are, well, as hard as you are, how do you demoralize your opponent? How do you make them feel like it's nothing that they can do in this moment? You put a Lancer in their face, okay? They're taking damage faster than they can put out damage, and they're losing as well. It's just piles on top of each other. Next thing you know, players start staying in spawn because you're kicking their ass so hard. So you have to always understand how to make your opponent feel uncomfortable and to make play as hard as possible for them to make. And that's what Team Queso is doing. They're flanking. They got Lancers on the hill. They're rotating early to the next. Dream Conspiracy ain't got a dream in the world to save them from this one.
All right. So he ultimately will get Crabyys in that moment. Just shy of the 280-point mark, and Xclusive will fall, and another drop shot going over to the hands of Team Queso. They are literally batting 1,000 when it comes to acquiring that. Uses it onto Crabyys. Crabyys actually dodges it. Well done, but still a lot of work to be had, and Team Queso is getting those points. Rezik finds an opportunity. Good stun. He's going to challenge 3 men onto Crabyys, but Crabyys stays alive, putting in a ton of work for his team, it seems, at least in this fight. And Crabyys, wow, angle Rezik. Still a lot of ground to cover, and I don't know if he said Dream Conspiracy doesn't even have a dream at this point. We'll find out. It might be a conspiracy if they're coming back, but who knows?
Now, with the push coming in from the back, the kill getting cleaned up. It's a 3v3. Team Queso, they got the wide angles. Cristalize just got 2 on the hill. 14 points needed. Reflame is gonna have to heat up. You don't got much time, and there's the focus fire. Sleeafer even has an angle towards middle. These players are spawning across the map. Team Queso, they lock in map number 1.
And with ease, it seems, right? With relative ease. You can see why they were able to beat Rise earlier 3-0. I mean, they played that incredibly well, clearly. Their teamwork was on point. That's the biggest thing. They were all fighting for each other, and teamwork quite literally makes the dream work. And now Team Queso has another arsenal in their backpack, right? They've got Speyer. 39 eliminations for Sleeafer, by the way, and across the board, too. A lot of 30 bombs in general. Hey, they were slaying out. Great work coming out from Team Queso, and I can't wait to see them challenge other teams on Speyer, because this could give them a competitive advantage.
Yeah, it definitely could be, because the entire team had over 30 kills. 3 players were in double-digit assists, and it just showed a complete team effort when you look at those stats. And I'm excited for us to get damage next week, because I look at those stats, I'm like, that's nice and all, but who really put out the most damage amongst you all, and who's playing at objective work? And we get to finally tell those stories. But this story was really clear here on the side of Team Queso, man. When it comes down towards Dream Conspiracy, they were not able to get set up for these hills early enough. Their team fights wasn't going in favor of them. They needed one player to really kind of step up and set the pace. No one was really able to take control of this map. No one could get anything going. And then Team Queso was playing so quick with power weapon control too, as well. And which you're going to see on this little montage. They got the most of every drop shot shield, every nade. It was multiple multi-kills. And, it just wasn't much in which Dream Conspiracy could do against them. It's quite honestly that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, without question. I mean, bottom line, period, Team Queso outplayed Dream Conspiracy team-wise, team fight-wise, rotations. I mean, literally everything core fundamentally when it comes to control. But one of the things that also gave them the added edge, as you said, was their power weapon play. Every time the nades were up, every time, the drop shot was up, they were getting their hands on them. Every single time. Dream Conspiracy wasn't even prioritizing it. They weren't even challenging. It was almost as if they didn't even know the drop shot existed or where it was on the map. Team Queso clearly did, and because they prioritized that almost every single time, literally, well, not almost, they did every single time. It gave them a huge advantage. You mentioned the multi-kills. You're not going to win if you're consistently dying off 2 at a time to nades and to drop shots. So Team Queso does very well. It's almost reminiscent of when we were doing the control tournaments and Rise was doing so well on Regency control, specifically because they would prioritize the M-bar. Nobody else was going for it. Obviously, they do now, but that Speyer map reminded me of kind of back in the old days where the teams just didn't care about the power weapons and they were punished because of it.
Yeah, and I could definitely see the comparison there when it comes down to those two, and you gotta care about those power weapons, and I think that they definitely did, but they just could never win the fights in which to get them. And once you lose that first fight for the power weapon, there are going to be times where you have to ask yourself, do we rotate to set up early for the heal, or do we play for positioning, or do we play for the power weapon first and then play for that first team fight on a retake and go from there?
Right.
You don't always make the best decision there, and it's hard in the moment based off where your teammates responding to be able to come up with that play, and that's where you need a good IGL. So, you lose that first fight. Some games you never get a chance to touch it again because you're so far behind, and you just have to play for positioning. But on this map, we get a chance to seek in Team Queso. Well, not more so Team Queso. If Dream Conspiracy can bang with Queso when it comes down towards the execution. But with this opening game plan and no one from Queso getting touched, I don't know if they're ready for him here.
Well, Crabyys does pick up the nades, but you can see Team Queso going down low. And we see that all too often, right? Setting up for the overtime heal. Great body shot onto Reflame. Crabyys and Co will stay up top. One nade has been thrown out. I believe one more still remains, and Sleeafer will connect onto a body. But despite getting out with that early long shot and the torque bow, brings it down to a 3v4 as Rezik gets called out.
Now, who was it that was choking all these rounds with this strategy? Was it?
Was it
Spanglish?
No. Was it Spanglish? I don't think it was.
Me and you were talking about him during the MSP. They kept getting snipe every round, and they kept getting bow and losing it all.
You know what? I think it was Spanglish. I think it was. But it wasn't just them. There was another team doing it too, and it was a pro team that was doing it.
They did it first. We roasted. We roasted them a little bit, like a tad bit first.
Yeah.
The only reason why I thought of it because the speed in which they ran this initial to get all these power weapons was damn near flawless. But in the process of the chaos, in the process of the rotations, oh my God, look at you, Sleeper, you sneaky devil.
What's he trying to do, man? All you see
they
is
didn't get the kills in a rotation. That's the first kill. And now that they finally got first blood, the strategy is that much better.
Yeah.
But how you counter this, folks, you got to get those nades. And I don't know if nades even got picked up on the side of Dream Conspiracy.
Dream Conspiracy did get the nades.
Crabby got his own snipe.
Yes, sir. And that's the risk that you take when you get topside up. And now Crabyys has a complete overhang position. Cristalize got the torque, but the smoke is out, and he doesn't have the marks. And once the smoke dissipates, BGod is right up in his face, ready to take him down. And that's the risk you take. Yes, they did. They did lose with the snipe and the torque again.
All right. So quickly, I just want to give an education lesson to the chat. How do you beat that? If you know your opponent's going to be running this strategy, if your 1v1 player can assess the 4 up top, you get nades right away, you stay up top. If they rotate down low, you sit there and you get a new sniper in the last 15 seconds when you need it the most, okay? And you just hit shots. That's it. A new sniper's coming up and you have nades. They can have snipe and bow. You got nades and snipe on Clocktower. That's the winning formula. Just don't play into your opponent's hands. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Snipe is up once again. Sleeafer trying to get out. Xclusive doubling back to get the pickup. Dream Conspiracy, though, continues to push forward. Sleeper's got to hit a shot. Any shot at this point, body or not, but doesn't connect. BGod will take the Cristalize. Rezik is out. Sleeper forced to get up close and personal. Takes down one. Good movement. Can he get the second? Xclusive on the other side is going to pick up two. Yo, and the collapse is going to work. You got to work this 1v2. You can't let Reflame do it to you, and I don't think he's going to. Well done to Xclusive and Sleeafer, man. They played that so well.
That was great. It was even better watching it from Sleeafer's point of view. You see him get the first kill and he's patient, and his teammate is just winning a 1v2 behind him, and he's just like, yes, we got it. He held his positioning. He wasn't trying to be a hero too soon and make a clip for Twitter and up A that guy. He waited for his teammate to come help.
Yeah,
great textbook play from both those players.
Very clean. And that should have been a DC round, but Team Queso stills it right back. Crabyys maybe looking like he wants to go down low and pick up those frags. Rezik should keep him in check.
I see a target.
Curious, that back pillar player of Sleeafer, if he goes forward to get that snipe. Maybe not. I think we're going to have a little bit of a lone around this time. But Xclusive actually is going to get Froggy and Leap. He goes in and he's able to pick up one. And then Cristalize picks up the second. My goodness, Crabyys is going to answer back. A snipe's going to be in the hands, though, of Sleeafer. Absenz last alive and gone. And Xclusive again. Back-to-back rounds plays. Just high-impact plays.
Yeah, nah, he's doing a great job playing off that secondary. Xclusive is a player. He's going to come into this round with a strat in the back of his head, and he's going to execute it, or he's going to die trying to make the play for his team. But he'll be down before you if you push him first, okay? But he did a great job finding the opening and having the confidence to be able to go out there and execute on it. So good job to him. Team Queso, 2 rounds on the board. Crabyys has a big role here when it comes down to playing that 1v1 position down low. He needs to keep close tabs there on Rezik, as Rezik is going to be able to move in for those nades. Does Dream Conspiracy want to make a play up top? They allow Rezik to rotate out with the nades, and that's bad, folks, okay? Because as it's a 3v3 down, a 1v1 down there, you have to assume that that guy is going to come out. And so you have to ask yourself, what type of fight do we want to take? Do we want to fight against nades? Or do we want to take a 3v3 fight before he can get up here? That's what Team K drew a Dream Conspiracy should have did. Now, granted, that's hindsight, and Dream Conspiracy, they do got the numbers in this moment. They've survived. And Team Queso can't get the kills that they need to thrive. Only one player on the map.
Well, that one player is going to make an impact, though. That's Cristalize. And if he pushes Absenz, he's going to be too weak by the time he does. Unfortunately, gets Lancered out from this side. But those nades should have played more of an impact. Unfortunately,
yeah, they were just bad nades. That was all it was. Nades,
and then there was a bad stun too, because he tried to stun the backside, but that stun didn't connect on either, or that flash rather. So
yeah, that first nade, either depending on where you toss it, if you're gonna bring it all the way up and it's the guy on back pillar, you got to cut off his roll. You got to force that back pillar player to roll into the deep corner of the map, back behind statue, because if he goes down the stairs, he gets caught by the nade. You could zone with some of these frag grenades rather than trying to get the insta kill. If you throw them with the attempt of zoning and playing for that splash damage, more kills may fall in your favor.
All right, let's get on board now with round number 5. Sleeafer winding up, maybe going for the snipe, but kind of curious what Xclusive will do, right? He's been the guy to make the high impact plays. He's not shy about it either. As soon as he throws out that stun, he is ready to go for it and attack. And no stun in his hands just yet, and I think maybe his teammate, the Cristalize, has one. Sleeafer has one as well. Here he goes. He gets some chip damage, but backs up.
He also, like, this is one of those positions where you need to be careful on when you reload. Because if you show your reload on the secondary, or if you swap weapons, sometimes that's enough for you to get a play made on you. That's what your opponent's looking for, especially with some of these rowdy secondary players that we have in our league. Xclusive, his eye is on Reflame. Reflame is doing the most. He's looking left, looking right, trying to see what he can do. Xclusive, his eyes is locked on him, says, switch weapons, pull the lance route, pull something out for me to be able to make a play. Now, he's getting eyed by the back pillar guy on the left. This is where Sleeafer needs to go for a fake snipe push or something. Yeah, you need to get that guy's attention so he can respect you. When he respects you, it allows Xclusive to make a play, or even vice versa in a sense of Absenz and Reflame. But those are the plays and opportunities these players are trying to create right now in this moment, because it's a stalemate. So what can you do? It's going to be a headbutt on a hill with 15 seconds left. Both these squads have shown nothing but composure. 3 utility grenades on both sides to utilize. Well, 2 flashes. 2 flashes and 2 flashes now. Here we go.
Yep, here we go. The explosion now. Everybody moving forward. Sue's going to be able to take this, and it looks like one player's already going to be down. It's going to be Reflame. Absenz shots. BGod 2. This is looking like it's going to be bad news bears for the boys of Dream Conspiracy. Mitchell's going to be the hand, though. Cristalize forced to fight it out. Then a chunk comes through. Crabyys down, and Team Queso will win that headbutt battle for the overtime hill. All that stalemate. And Team Queso had a better plan and better usage of their stuns in general. Well done. They lead 3-2.
Well done indeed for him. Pretty much when you get a meat shield there on that hill, it's game over, man. It's game over. But in those stalemates, that's why it was a perfect example for me to explain why players like Detox are so valuable on the back pillar. Even if they don't get sniped, you always know that you have to keep your eye on them. Sleeafer is not getting that type of respect from Absenz on the other end because both of these players are so focused on the secondary. Neither team even thinks a snipe play can come out. But here comes Sleeafer with the toss. Moves up, fakes a little bit. But what did that opening create?
I'm trying to look, and I guess not much at this point because they're going to be at a standstill once again. Unless Rezik or Crabyys decides to make a move down low, but I don't think they're going to just yet. Xclusive will be tagged up a little bit, but no one can make that move because Sleeafer's keeping them in check. And Cristalize just about stays up too long and gets taken down. Luckily, he doesn't. But something's telling me Dream Conspiracy is going to be the one to make the first move. I don't know. I just feel it.
Well, when it comes down to utility, they have a lot more than the side of Queso. 2 more nades to be exact. 2 of those being smokes that they use to engage. The snipe is picked up. The body shot is there. 4v3 scenario, and it's looking good for them. But look how quickly Team Queso makes the rotation down low for those frag grenades. They know that they need to come out with something. If they can get in with those nades and hold face, stay in there. Speaking of holding faces, Xclusive will keep his for now. But his teammates, man, they're making some desperation moves down low. They will find themselves a kill, though, Taylor.
They definitely do. Backing up, one nade's tossed. The second one's out to no effect, but Reflame has an angle on Cristalize and will ultimately win that. But the great attempt, at least from Team Queso, but Dream Conspiracy, a better one. Once they had all those utility, when they pushed forward, they made an impact. They made a play. They stuck to it. Also, Crabyys picked up that torque bow. It didn't have too much of an impact, but he did get that just as an added security blanket, knowing that Team Queso was going for the nades. So very well done from DC. They will tie it up 3-3. An important map for them to win.
If we had a statistic on the amount of rounds won by teams who pick up torque bow on this map, it's got to be like 30%. Even if you got sniped, it's got to be like 30%. Oh no, it's just how they're playing it. But
no, you're right.
Speaking of percentages here, you see a few full spreads being connected on. Nades picked up on the side of Dream Conspiracy. 3v3. Sniper did get acquired from one of these squads. It's in the hands of Sleeafer. Just now picked up. That flash is going to be not connect with anybody, but useful to stop that third player from coming in to help. But this is where things get crazy. The revive train just trying to back up Dream Conspiracy, not letting up on any pressure. And that's how you stop a rush and a sniper pickup the way that they just did.
All right, well done. DC takes their first lead. No, they had a lead in round number 6. No, it is going to be their first lead. So this is going to be the first time they're on top, and the opportunity to pace this out and play this accordingly is here. Again, this is going to be a big win for them. Dream Conspiracy isn't the strongest when it comes to escalation. So in order to keep the series alive and at least guarantee a game number 4, they need to take this map. Will they be able to do so? We'll definitely find out. And Crabyys has nobody across the way, so he's going to go ahead and go for these nades.
Yeah, he's going to go for it. Sleeafer looking for his free shots. Oh, Crabyys on the flank gets taken out. Him and Rezik will go down together there. And some key shots being hit from Sleeafer. Team Queso looking to get this one all tied up 4-4 with a man advantage on the map. No nades in play, but Reflame did find himself a torque bow. Absenz needs to stay alive. They don't know where he is. He can't see him on these stairs just yet.
Oof.
You hear them Chuckies around them, little footsteps.
Yeah, he can hear him. He's going for it, too.
Oh, the snipe was the play. The snipe was the play. He didn't even look at him when he came over. He went right to that ledge. That was a free kill, free power weapon there. It would have helped his teammate get out, too.
Yeah. Reflame's going to have to go incredibly hard here to win this round. He's getting flanked, too. Just going to drop off. You'd have to assume we're going to be tied up 4-4 in the all-important, all-encompassing round number 5, or round number 10, excuse me. It's going to be round number 9. We'll be underway, okay?
Yeah. Team Queso, well, not even just Team Queso, but both these teams have been doing a great job just changing up the pace round after round and countering what their opponents throwing at them. A lot of communication here on the comms. We can see the comms in the gameplay. You know, at least I can. But everybody might not be able to do that one. That's probably 15 years of Gears. But
I'm about to say I can't see it, but if
yeah, I can see the comms in the gameplay. But Sleeafer, great flash to be able to get out. Now here comes the Team Queso special. They got one cheese. They trying to get another one here for the pot. All right, trying to make the little fondue strat they got going on. Yep. So they go for the torque bow. Both nades were tossed already, but they made the play on Rezik.
Oh, as well. Oh my gosh! Absenz from the corner takes down Sleeafer. I know he wasn't ready for that because I wasn't even ready for it, and that's going to be a decisive Dream Conspiracy round 9 as they put themselves at map point.
My thing is that if Sleeafer's getting this sniper by himself, how the hell is these nades getting picked up every single round? Because ain't nobody there for the revive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
ain't nobody coming in for the revive at all. So Sleeafer got that by himself. You stop the nade pickup, but Dream Conspiracy don't even think about, Team Queso don't even think about going for the nades after they get that snipe. Rezik needs not leave this position here.
Big round for Dream Conspiracy, obviously, to close out 6-4. Team Queso, they go up 2-0 in the series. It's basically going to be over with. Crabyys goes for his nades, as he typically does, but he should have more competition this time. Sleeafer up top, though, finds an opportunity to get out with the snipe. So Crabyys' nades are going to be absolutely critical here. Rezik still trying to keep him in check and doesn't get enough damage to take him down. So Crabyys will have free reign with those nades when he decides to use them.
And so these players have to disengage because the nades got picked up. They don't want to stay up top for too long. I love that ankle breaker there. But 2v3, and Sleeafer's going to have to break somebody's jaw, and he sees 2 targets. That's a body shot. He stays alive, though. Looking for an angle. He tells Rezik, you just got to stay back there. They have to crossfire for each other.
Nice. Wait.
It's not nice enough.
Oh, I thought... Yo... We switched so quick, I thought it was the torque bow that got the little X.
Oh, Sleeafer, can you hit? He just needs to hit one shot. If he can't hit this shot, then Rezik needs to catch one of these players as they push Sleeafer.
If I'm player 6, I'm going for the angle. You can angle out this truck player, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
He needs to angle out both sides at once, and Sleeafer has one side covered. So he just shifts all the way over to the left, and that angle is nullified. Okay. Now, if both those players was over there, then you're right. He can get angle. You got to send someone on both sides of the spawn to do that. Just that. Oh,
this is a
Sleeafer needs to. He needs a 1v1. No, he needs to go up top. If he can rotate up top. Actually, that may not be the play, but he can't sit here no more.
Yeah, he's got to make a move, and he's got to connect too. Oh, there it is. He does. Now Sniper needs to come out. And he just misses the shot, but he goes in. You got to connect. And unfortunately, Dream Conspiracy will, in fact, be on that hill. And that's going to shut down the dreams of Team Queso. So DC answers back in map 2, I should say. And they will tie up the series 1-1. And again, that is important for them because now they guarantee a game number 4. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be moving into game 3 on Vasgar. Welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Pro League Day 3. I'm Taylor Fletcher's double joined by Guy Blaze, and we're about to head into map 3, Escalation on Vasgar. But before we do, we have to talk about Dream Conspiracy clutching up and winning 6-4 on Clocktower Execution, Blaze.
Yeah, they definitely clutched up and came out on top with this one. And this was a must-win for him when it came down to it in the series. I think Team Queso is a better respawn team, but I also feel like Team Queso kind of screwed themselves over trying to. Their sniper and torque strategies just does not work out for them. It's not as clear cut as it may feel to them, because whenever they rotate that snipe towards the back of the spawn, they never focus the same target. They get spread out too thinly. They allow themselves to get 2v1, and then they don't hit the shots that they need to. They also open themselves up for nade plays in that second snipe spawn off the respawn and that height advantage to deal with, because they give up the entire top side of the map. They stopped running that strat. They ran something else. They may come away with that map. They lost about 2 rounds off of that one alone. But in the end, we are all tied up 1-1, and we're going to Vasgar Escalation.
Vasgar Escalation, and with the teamwork we've seen on Speyer Control, I understand it's 2 different game modes, but you got to favor Team Queso. I think their teamwork as a whole is a lot more on point, but you do have some talented Vasgar players, Crabyys being one of them, right? He was always performing very well on Vasgar, especially in the early days. We'll see if that's going to be more reminiscent here, but it's not an individual game mode. You have to be playing as a team, and you have to have a solid IGL and shot caller, and I don't think Dream Conspiracy has that.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to rise up to the occasion on the side of Dream Conspiracy to really make those tough call outs. You know, if anybody I'm looking at, I think the most veteran player has to be between Reflame and BGod. You know, both of those vets on the squad really need to lead the team when it comes down towards, you know, call outs, plays, just have a dominant voice on the comms there just to bring some peace. And we'll see if they can do that. But Team Queso, they look like the more well-rounded team here today, and we'll see if they can keep it that way. We're going to see a 3-man push down low on the side of Dream Conspiracy, pushing through that B hill, trying to flip this map, but Team Queso stuck in the corner with that flash coming through. They're going to both lose their lives here, but the rotation came in from the other side of the map.
It definitely did. Dream Conspiracy did a phenomenal job isolating Cristalize and Sleeafer, and like you said, they're going in for the domination too. And Team Queso is not going to have a leg to stand on shortly, because Crabyys is also watching the numbers come out of spawn. And I don't know when he's going to decide to make a move, but I guess here is the time. But 5 finds him. And Sleeper is going to go ahead and overextend to Bravo as quickly as he can to take the 2-1 back for Team Queso. And I guess I would have liked to have seen Crabyys make a move a little bit earlier.
Yeah, his teammate did a good job, though, for a while. And, you know, he was just being as sneaky as he possibly could. Tough play to make. But as far as the play in the moment here for Team Queso, they got 2 hills to their name, just trying to clear out their opponent from their side of the map. Now, they are going to end up losing their home hill, and they're going to have to fortify around B until they can get all 4 members alive once again. And we're seeing this rotation from Dream Conspiracy top side of the map. They're just going to fortify on A and C. I love this. They know no one's going to be between them, and it's going to be 2 separate 2v2 fights in which they have to win.
They definitely do. You don't want to waste too much time here, because if Team Queso does not win, Dream Conspiracy is going to have a decent sized lead, forcing Team Queso to be put in an all or nothing fight. Reflame getting pretty aggressive, but from the steps though, Xclusive tries to make a move, but he's going to be finished off. Meanwhile, up top, Sleeafer manages to take down 1, and also on the other side, it looks it's going to be all good for Team Queso. And Team Queso is getting the domination here, Blaze.
That's the round, yeah.
Yep.
And so what's scary about that setup, and this is why we always preach about don't turtle, right? Now, granted, I felt like it was a good 2-1 hill setup, but it holds a risk, right? And that risk is that if you win the fight, you can't really dominate your opponent. You hold your setup, you possibly win off of time. But if you lose that fight, you get dominated because they're so close on both of those neutral hills. My fault is so close on the 2 hills in which you set up around. As soon as they're lost, they're instantly capped. So you have to play perfect when you turtle like that, the way that they did. And they just could not get the focus fire that they needed in their individual fights. So that was a great retake from Team Queso, and just a crappy defense from DreamCon.
Yeah, definitely so. Well done from Team Queso, taking that round, which started off very well for Dream Conspiracy up until that final 2v2 fights on both of the Charlie and A hill. But let's get back into the second round, and now Team Queso is going to be on the favorable spawn, but Dream Conspiracy is going to commit 3 over towards tank, whereas Team Queso only sends 2.
Now Queso, Sleeper misses the first shot. He gets taken out, but that second guy disengaged, and he flipped the map to go towards the A hill. This is a 1v1 at C, won by Team Queso. Some more help needs to come through for this cap to happen. But Team Queso is in a similar situation that Dream Conspiracy was in a previous round here.
They are, but Sleeper's by himself, and that's going to open up now Dream Conspiracy to get onto A, therefore putting Team Queso at a disadvantage at the 2-1. Dream Conspiracy also has a good spot. If they can take down Cristalize, which maybe it's possible, either way, Cristalize or not, they're going to have a pinch. Reflame, Reflame does win the fight, so now 6 and 8 are going to be isolated between literally 4 players on Dream Conspiracy. Meanwhile, player 5 will get onto B, but Team Queso is just playing catch-up at the moment, but Rezik's hitting some impressive shots. Xclusive needs to go big in the moment, but BGod from mid will get the cross, and Team Queso still hurting.
Yeah, you know, tie game right now. They got majority of these heals, but not for long, as they're going to lose C and B. Dream Conspiracy is just going to disengage. They know that they fall hard and want to change the pace of this round and get some numbers. Player 1 is about to get all the intel that he needs. But I love Absenz, and I think this is Absenz and Crabyys that's slowly moving up on the flank. This is the same situation that we were in a previous round with, but can Team Queso win their fights this time?
If they do, we can see what they do with that, right? When they do, in fact, win their fights and get that advantage. They capitalize Crabyys. That's a mistake. Unfortunately, a misinput. We'll go straight into the Nasher of Xclusive. And they'll rotate around to battle off Reflame. Is coming off the respawn, but this should be an easy fight. Reflame can't even get onto Charlie, even if he wanted to, but it's up to the remaining members here. And I'm curious where 1 and 4 decide to go. I think 1 and 4 are going to isolate player 6 onto A. Meanwhile, the rest of DC might go mid to go onto player 5.
You know, so from the AC 2-2 setup, you know, you're gonna have Team Queso. They, you know, they win it from the retake standpoint. They win it from the defensive standpoint. And now because of that, they got themselves with this lead in the win condition off of 1. Oh, whoa! I said win condition off of 1 a second ago, but that just quickly changed. But as far as these kills falling in their favor, falling in their hands, the revive didn't come through when he needed to. Whoa. If it did, he gets that chunk on the right and they have the 2v1, but it didn't come in. He just didn't hit the X when he needed to. But with B Hill being defended, if it's defended,
that's a must
yes,
win,
it will be.
Yep.
That would have been heartbroken if he got chunked out of a misthrow.
Yeah. Could you imagine? And then that would have been the L.
Yeah.
That would have been a really big, unfortunate misplay. And once again, Team Queso finds a way to take the round, despite Dream Conspiracy looking pretty strong on not only rounds 1, but also round 2. I think the strongest on round 2 in general. So those big fights. That fight on helicopter, though, was impressive from Dream Conspiracy. The fact that they continue to pick up and get the team revives was very well done, but even more so impressive from Team Queso, I believe, with Cristalize just continually peppering the shots. And even though he was relatively weak, he was staying competitive in that fight and wasted enough time for Team Queso to narrowly get a victory at 250.
Yeah, he did. He wasted a lot of time there, but Team Queso, their game plan throughout the entirety of that round was to win off of 2. And it worked out for him. So 2-2 strategy to start. Mismatch at B. Dream Conspiracy is going to push through knowing that they have that extra man. Cristalize doesn't get stunned.
Ooh. Okay. Cristalize stays up here. 1v2 just up ahead of him. And the reason why this is going to be big is because now that player 2 is down, they're going to have A. So if they can just get onto B, Dream Conspiracy is going to have to come off the respawn, and they're going to be in a bad spot. Now they're getting angled out from the backside of Xclusive. Crabyys is now by himself. And that should be a domination, depending. Reflame clutches up, and that was a big win against Rezik to keep DC in it.
Yeah, he loses that one. That's a Team Queso round, and they're gonna find themselves a second kill as well. He does not save his teammate, like he can tap up or something, but somebody will be able to cut back there for the revive. And it seems like the play there, Absenz says, hey, we need to get to the C Hill ASAP. You got to get him off the revive. He needed to move up and get some forward positioning. So Absenz makes the right play there to be able to put his Lancer in a good position. Now, the C Hill was being played from a defensive position anyway, as they're trying to fight off these 3 members of Dream Conspiracy. They do it successfully, and that's a 4-man wipe, and that's the home hill getting decapped. Player 3, can you run? How fast are you? Run, Crabyys, run!
Oh, man. Just a bit too short. That's going to be a 3-0 in favor of Team Queso. Seems as if they can do no wrong at this point, and they're just making the fights theirs. They really are. That was one of the most decisive rounds for Team Queso, though, Blaze, is they won the Arrivals fight, and then were able to pincer in the players at Tank, Crabyys, and Co. So very well done from them. And with it being 3-0, maybe we see something come out for the side of DC. They're definitely thinking about it.
Yeah, they definitely think about it indeed. They need to change up the pace of this fight. So it's a sniper going down at Tank. Throughout most of these rounds, DC have been sending 3 players towards that area of the map. We'll see if that energy is matched. It will be.
Yep. Be a 3v3. You think Team Queso might go for a quick pick. We've seen EU do that so many different times, but I guess not just this time. Sleeafer, though, head down straight into DC, but maybe the opportunity to get out with the long shot is there, but I guess they're going to be focused on trying to take down BGod, but they don't get so lucky in the moment. Xclusive still there in a 1v2. Long shot still on the ground.
Yeah, just some bad time pushes. This is a great push, but Xclusive can't get the kill after the stun. The damage from the retro comes in late, and Team Queso wanted to be the aggressors there. Their timing was just bad across the board, and because of that, they may have to pay for this by way of trip cap domination, not having a flawless first half. But you know what? A 3-1 victory in the first half of this map, I think is pretty damn good for Team Queso.
Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. But you really do got to question, Blaze, is that long shot going to be the X factor for the boys of Dream Conspiracy? Does that fight benefit them?
It's going to benefit Queso more than it probably benefits Dream Conspiracy here. And the reason why I say that is because as we head here to the first round of the second half, Swarm Squad will have advantage from Tickets area. So they're going to have that height advantage of the D hill to be able to shoot down on Tank. They're going to have whatever utility grenade they upgrade this retro to as well to be able to counter it. So I think more of these rounds will favor Dream Conspiracy when it comes down to getting that sniper. But from the COG side, we know a lot of teams love to go in there and get that quick pick, get out and reset. But we'll see if Dream Conspiracy can have the focus fire, because all you got to do is down that guy once, and they got a bow talk to do it with too as well.
Yeah, they do. Well, and a shock, right? That shock is going to be huge. Absenz, though, with the Incend, throws it out there. Rezik is going to be missed, and he gets the full cap before Absenz was able to deter him and get him off of that. So, not necessarily a huge misplay, but an opportunity to Rezik, especially if he wins this fight. It's going to make Team Queso feel all that more comfortable. Plus, they get some downs over on Tank. Rezik will be finished off, so Dream Conspiracy will be able to take that hill. So Tank fight now underway. Team Queso trying to overwhelm Reflame if they can. Reflame just trying to bait and switch around this Tank, and right, that spacing, putting up a great fight. Though Sleeafer goes down and he picks up the meat shield. Now all of a sudden you got Team Queso on the back pedal. Cristalize falls, and that was a great fight.
That can't happen, boy. Reflame danced on him. Throughout the entirety of just moving around that Tank, dodging shot after shot, his teammates had a fight on the hill, but he stayed alive until he found an opening to get one. Look at it, just rotating around.
Look at that.
A quick back A to cover the dodge a shot. Tim's out, gets the kill, quick me shield, and here's the help.
And there's the cavalry, yeah, man. Yeah, that can't happen, you're right. That's a big misplay, and I don't know. Long shot, you said it benefits Team Queso. Honestly, Team Queso just blew that. They had the advantage. Things were looking up for them. They were looking great despite Rezik dying off on E. They still should have won that Tank fight, but a couple of misplays, and ultimately they end up falling to the wayside. This time, though, they will have, of course, their shock back in play, but Rezik has the retro, which theoretically should help. That's a good stun, but Sleeafer stunned himself, forced to retreat.
Now, here comes Sleeafer, gets in, beautiful kill, had the shock grenade to block off any player coming in for him, but now a straight up 2v2 fight and a 1v1 fight across map. The players of Dream Conspiracy are going to disengage, knowing that they had a snipe in their back pocket, and you ask me, that's a win for them. They still got 2 hills to their name. But Absenz, he's looking for more. He wants as much map control as he can get, and he's going to blow that E hill for his squad. Nice shot there from BGod.
Yeah, lines it up. Very, very well done. Who's this? Sleeafer now. Really tried to time that, but Reflame takes him down. Team Queso, though, good job at least getting the 2-1 back in their favor, but BGod hits a nice shot, forcing Cristalize back, and this is going to be an easy retake for DC.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the domination. That's the domination after that kill.
Well,
yeah, it is.
Cap it, yeah.
Yeah, they cap it, no problem. He just doesn't get rezzed, man. These are 3 great rounds coming out here from Dream Conspiracy to be able to get this one all tied up. I thought Team Queso was looking good to win it, but DC got us all tied up 3-3 here, folks, as we head here to round number 7. Absenz leading the feed. 8 kills, 6 assists for Dream Conspiracy. Now, Dream Conspiracy was the squad that ended up placing down that sniper.
Yep.
But now this is where the insta-kill potential comes out here for Team Queso and getting their incendiary grenade. They have to be able to stop the sniper pickup, get first blood, and then rotate from the lower portion of the map. Part of me would honestly, I would love to see Team Queso run a 2-2, and they are going to run a 2-2. Okay, so use this to stop when you're 2v1 on the other side of the map, and as long as they can get a kill on the other side, the pinch will come through eventually. If they don't get flanked.
Oh, yeah, they're getting flanked. Crabyys is going to be on the flank. He's going to be able to lance her out. Cristalize spots that. Incense going to be thrown. It's not going to connect, though. Sleeafer and Cristalize will, in fact, drop off and lose their life in Xclusive by himself. But either way, Dream Conspiracy starts off once again so incredibly well. They're feeling themselves. They're feeling great. They've got the momentum. And honestly, they're a momentum-based team. And now that they have it, Team Queso has to find a way to deflate them. But that long shot has made all the difference in the world, clearly, and BGod has 6 shots to work with.
When Team Queso ran at 2-2, they got to keep one player on the stairs, or they have to have the foresight to know that something ain't right. They don't got no, they're capping a hill for free, and we only see 2 players in front of us. They know that they have to get flanked a lot sooner and die making a play on their terms rather than getting pinched in a 3v2. So speaking of making plays on their terms, they're taking their 2v1s on this side of the map. They're looking for their next few set of kills. But the hunt is for player 3. He's going to get marked. That's going to be Crabyys. But Crabyys gets a little bit of help to get it down on the home hill. Now he's trapped here towards the back corner, but he has plenty of space to work with. BGod couldn't get the kill that he needed mid-map there. So man advantage. Ooh, man advantage for the side of Dream Conspiracy.
All right, well, they do have map presence. It's going to be a big 3v3 for D. Domination coming through. Team Queso has no choice but to pursue forward and go in. But if Reflame and Co can win this fight, it's going to be all but over with. Cristalize falls. Crabyys trying to make it happen. Cristalize back again. And Rezik and Co will make that fight there. Still a lot of work to be done. Team Queso, time to work with. Going to go ahead and pursue onto E. 4 is going to rotate in with 2, and 1 is also going to be there as well. I would like to see Cristalize maybe go down towards F by himself. We also have to consider the fresh
about to get the snipe and go off.
Shot. That's a bit, and that's the thing. The new snipe's about to come up. So at this point, for Team Queso, Cristalize has to prioritize this. He has the incend, but he misses it by a mile.
Yeah, he got juked out by Crabyys right there. That's the equivalent of like a crossover on the basketball court there, folks. Just that's the equivalent of a slam dunk on the court, all right? Jeez, Cristalize wins that battle, but it's not over yet. He gets scared to cap. He's going to disengage. This cap is really big for him.
Oh, he needed that.
Get these extra points for his squad, but now he's got to defend against the push from the home, and he can't do it.
Matter.
Yeah, that's what's going to win the round here for Dream Conspiracy, and that's 4 in a row in map number 3. Team Queso crumbling on Vasgar Escalation.
Yeah, those first 3 rounds, maybe got a little cocky, maybe got a little arrogant, said, you know what, these guys are lightweight. We've won every single round. We're going to win this, no problem, much like we dominated on Speyer. But slowly but surely, Dream Conspiracy has just been coming back, and you know, the X Factor, Blaze, that long shot. Once that long shot was placed, Team Queso has, or excuse me, Dream Conspiracy has not lost a single round. Now Torpo up top, things are going to be crazy.
All right, so I love this Torpo split to put some focus on each side of the map, change up the strategy, and gives Team Queso a few extra opportunities to work with, because you're absolutely right, man. Ever since the snipe got put down, Dream Conspiracy have been living the dream. But now it's Sleeafer. Puts him to sleep, picks up 2. Cristalize gets the sniper, Xclusive gets the bow, and they are feeling the momentum in this round. Team player 6 will cap up that hill. Crib cap domination coming through. They should commit to this. They should try to die for this. Are they true to this?
Maybe. Maybe. Cristalize gets one. Meat Shield and Egg. Crabyys forced to head down. The Instant's going to be consuming the middle. This could be a great thing, actually, for Team Queso. Absenz forced up. Domination. Oh, and a shock there to boot. This is over with.
Yeah, they not new to this. They not new to this. Not at all. No, sir. No, sir. Beautiful torque bow. That's a love tap. We're going to a round 9, folks.
Imagine if that love tap comes in once DC gets a touch.
They would have died too, though.
I guess that's
They all would have died. They all would have died, yeah. All right, here we go. Disables?
Disable long shot. No, actually, you know what? No. Why not? You got the torque bow there too, so it's an even playing field. That last round clearly worked. Get rid of the shocks or the incens.
Oh, yeah. It's opposite. They disabled the front placements because those are the ones that are going to contest the power weapons. So that's a great block from both these squads. Not blocking the same weapon, but blocking the positioning of the weapon, which was key. Yeah. So player 2 can't get that nade over in time. Maybe that equates to a quick torque bow pickup here from the side of Xclusive, but it won't be able to happen. It's still a nade to be worked with on that side. The incendiary grenade is missed by BGod. The focus fire is there on the bow, and Xclusive gets out.
Oh, nice shot. You mentioned Xclusive. He immediately connects onto Absenz. Going for the shot on the BGod. That one just goes absolutely nowhere out of left field. But Sleeafer moving in. You got to watch your back, brother. I know you know Reflame is there. Reflame will get the down onto one, but the team pickup's going to be it, but not for long. Now Cristalize 1v2. Forced to play ring around the rosy with Crabyys and co, but goes forward. Can't make that shot count. But a torque bow cross map Xclusive making it work.
Yeah, he's making this one work indeed. And that was Crabyys with the sniper on his back. That was the torque bow kill that he needed to get. Xclusive takes cover. Sleeafer came in just in time for the revive if he needed it to. You could see both these players really working together very, very well here. They're going to clean up one more kill. It's going to be a 4v3 on the map. Multiple players of Dream Conspiracy are spreading out, trying to force Team Queso to make that perfect play, and they're making it hard for them. Doing a great job starting chaos on the map, but Rezik shuts the chaos down, brings order once again, and order was needed. It's a 4v1, 2 hills cap. The E hill will not be played for in this moment, but we need to ask ourselves about power weapons at this moment.
Yeah, you really do. Probably up, I don't know, what do you think, 20 or so seconds?
Overhead map, we got 28 up top and we got 40 down low.
40, okay, so
10 seconds on the nades.
It's going to be a big 3v3.
They're going to take their nade. Yeah. They should take their nade, either use it up top here in the corner. Yeah, they're going to block off that corner route, force players up in the front. Great retake there from Dream Conspiracy.
Yeah, really well played. I think, about 15 now seconds for that sniper. Sleeafer has to hold his ground here. He loses this. His team might lose the sniper. At least gets a trade. It's going to be helpful. Xclusive runs through one, goes in on the second. Whoa, Absenz full rev, but gets the final tick of damage. Still, it's not over with just yet. Rezik is going to be able to Lancer out Absenz. Absenz
Team Queso's in a winning position.
Yes, they are.
He needs to get this kill and get the hell out of there.
Still, though, they can't. Dream Conspiracy. They're going to get the 2-1. And that's the win condition back to DC.
Yep.
Team Queso, though, gets the 2-1, and it's going to be decided by this fight on D.
It's been decided, Taylor. It's been decided. Once this E hill just got capped up, that's going to be a wrap there. Ain't nobody going to touch that torque bow. And Rezik, he keeping the D hill locked in, locked down. Team Queso in round number 9. It looks scary for them.
It did.
But they find a way to get it done and survive. And you got to give that torque bow placement a lot of credit.
Yeah, you really do. That torque bow changed it up, right? Because they had lost every single round with the long shot on tank. Once torque bow was placed, the final 2 rounds, that's what Team Queso needed to win the victory. But it did get scary. It really did. And Team Queso did not dominate that map by any stretch of the imagination. Dream Conspiracy, though, takes a loss, a heavy one, because now we head into district control And we just witnessed Speyer control. And with that being said, Dream Conspiracy, I guess how much weight do we want to put into that Speyer control? Because it was so new. It just was added into the competitive rotation, but now we're heading into district control, which Dream Conspiracy is going to be a lot more well-versed on that map.
Yeah, they're going to be well-versed indeed. They're definitely going to play this map a little bit better than they did on that Speyer control. But we look back at that Speyer and, we see Dream Conspiracy not fighting as a unit. It's a lot of individual plays, and they could never rotate early and get set up the way that they needed to on some of these hills. So that's what they got to work on as we head here towards district control. And I think they could do just that, but it's going to be hard for them being down in the cycle. Coming off this loss right here, where they fought so hard to come back. They got it to around number 9, but just could not close it out. So I think they're going to take some of that energy into map number 4, but they're going to have to shake it off their shoulders as soon as possible, because this is going to be a must win here for Dream Conspiracy. These last two, if they want to come away with an important victory. Because one thing that we talked about when it comes down towards the teams that we assume that's going to be on the bottom 6, matches like these help you avoid relegation.
Yep, because he won the head-to-head, right? Even if you have the same record, winning that head-to-head makes all the difference in the world. This is an important matchup. It really is. It's not to determine first place, but it's to determine, do you narrowly or just definitively avoid relegation? So important stuff coming on, or at least at this moment. But for Team Queso, they put themselves in a winning position. You do got to question, though, stamina, right? They had to play Rise earlier, then they had a long break. Now they're playing once again, and I don't know if their stamina started waning. Once that long shot was placed, they said, all right, I don't know if they took it less seriously or what was going on there, but stamina is a real thing, and you're going into a game mode now where stamina is of the utmost importance, because you do not get a break the entire time when you're playing control.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't, but these players, man, they should be able to keep up at the pace. And if I'm on the side of Team Queso and I won a series against Rise earlier, man, I'm coming in this one with the utmost confidence, playing at 100%, because every engagement that you get in here, you're like, bro, I took down Rise earlier, man. This is a different fight. True. Okay, we should be a different squad here against these boys. And sometimes that's how the players think on an individual level. But Team Queso, they got plenty of energy to be able to close out this series. And district control coming up here next. This is, like I said before, it's anyone's game, and we with us even seeing that comeback in Vasgar Escalation, we see how close that both these squads are when it comes down to our skill level. And I'm down with putting map number 1 off to the side, and you just take these next 2 maps of Clocktower and Escalation. Yep. Close series, and now we're going to 2 more familiar maps in District and Canals.
I think the thing that could save Dream Conspiracy, now we know district control, the narrative has always been said as it's a very team-oriented map, and it truthfully is, because being able to get your crosses out the multiple windows and multiple hills that we see is imperative, and it's the utmost importance. But Dream Conspiracy has shown that when they are slaying and hitting their shots, they can bang with the best of them. After all, they do have 4 talented shot hitters on their roster. They truthfully do. The thing that has always hurt them, again, is their teamwork. But if they could just muscle their way through this one map here and head into execution on Canals, I think they'll be okay. But they're going to have to muscle through, because I don't believe their teamwork is going to all of a sudden magically come together on district control. Escalation, that was familiar territory, especially on Vasgar. District control, it's a familiar map, but control is still something that they struggle on.
Yeah, it is. It is something that they are struggling on now, and they're gonna have to find a way to come together. Shoot, it's as simple as that, bro. You want to be one of the best in the leagues, your respawn got to be on point. Okay, your respawn's got to be on point. And when it comes down towards our control maps, the 2 most played at this point is going to be District and Regency, all right? Those are the 2 right there in which you're going to see a lot when it comes down towards, you're going to see both those maps in pretty much every cycle that we have, at least one of them. And District, this is the map Dream Conspiracy has to win. They got good hopes on it. I just don't know if they can do it yet. I ain't never seen them play District Control. I got to be honest with you guys, okay? I just know that it should be one in which they're well-versed on.
Yeah.
And they got to win with their backs up against the wall. And it's as simple as that. If they can't, they'll be right at the bottom of these standings. Okay, fighting for their lives, fighting for relegation, fighting to stay alive in this pro league.
Tell you what, I'm gonna give you some answers though. I'm gonna go over here to Dream Conspiracy real quick. Check out what they're doing on control. When it comes to district control, going down, going way down. Hold up a second.
Taylor, you can say her. Okay, you're from St. Louis, all right? Anyone from St. Louis can say her.
It's not my vocabulary, man. Hey, it's been
everybody
a long
says
night.
Her.
You know who's what?
In
What's
St.
that?
Louis, it's a Nelly thing.
It is a Nelly thing, man. Hey,
it is a Nelly thing.
Nelly played softball like not too far away from where I was at, man. You know, it's pretty crazy. He did. Hey. I never saw him though.
Was the St. Lunatics there too as well?
Who?
The St. Lunatics.
Who's that? I really don't know.
It's his squad. It's his crew.
I've never heard of the St. Lunatics, but I love the name. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When they come into Gears, that's what I want to know.
Hey, they probably already played Gears at one point in time. Okay, we just missed out on them.
Fair enough. All right, so District. Ooh. So phase 1, last time they played District was against Oxygen. They lost 300-42. So, you know, things aren't looking ship shape for the Dream Conspiracy boys on District.
300-42.
That's pretty bad.
That's an ass. That's pretty bad right there. Yeah, that is bad. You know, and we don't have too many stats on Team Queso with them. This being their first split in the league. Yeah. You know, Challenger Series, they were in and out of it, but if they played anything like they did on that Speyer, they're gonna have no issues whatsoever taking District.
Yeah, their teamwork was on point. I keep referencing the teamwork because that is the important thing when it comes to control. Breaking those hills, team-oriented. Getting the Lancer crosses, team-oriented. District, team-oriented. And that's where I think they're going to excel. And already seen the evidence before me. And that was on the final week, by the way. That wasn't like the very first week of Pro League. That was on the final week. DC takes a 342 loss to Oxygen. Yeah, that was pretty bad across the board. So we'll see if they can better that performance here. If they can, heading into Execution on Canals, who knows? They might be okay. But let's get into it, Blaze. This is going to be map number 4. An opportunity for Team Queso to close up the series 3-1 is here.
All right, Team Queso. Well, let's see if you got what it takes. Close it out in a 3-1 fashion. Or is Team Queso, or if Dream Conspiracy going to send us to a map number 5. Rezik here at the front of the fight. Knowing that he got a player to his right, but he lost his teammate to the left, so he's gonna have to cut out. Tried to cut back in, can't find a kill that he needs. The boom shot is picked up here on the side of Team Queso. Sleeafer goes down, but the question is, was boom shot in hand? Yes, it was. Absenz is gonna have it, but does Absenz use it right now? He will.
Bit of an answer back. If he can take down Xclusive here, it's going to be a net positive. And while his teammate takes him down, well done. No, Rezik is there for the pickup. Now it's a 2v1. And Absenz will handle his business, and Rezik's life's going to be short-lived. But Sleeafer from the flank will pick up 2 and be able to challenge onto the hill. Crabyys the only one you got to get through, but obviously a major obstacle clearly. As Crabyys picks up 1, goes in for the second, and gets the trade. The man's on fire.
Man. Dream Conspiracy comes in, cleans house. Nice double kills there coming out from Sleeafer. I love that he's rocking that Prescott, you know. I don't know how many of you guys were Prescott players at a certain point during your career, but Prescott was a vibe back in Gears of War 3. You had to grind some crazy achievements to get him. Yeah, honestly, I think he's the tallest character in the game, even though everybody's the same height. If you had to line players up by height, Prescott is the tallest, Dom is the shortest.
So Dom will be like the odd job from 007. I don't know if
Dom is
5'5". Dang, man, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. All that 5'5", you know.
And I'm a Dom player, and I called him 5'5". Okay, Prescott's definitely 6'3".
6'3", man. Be like me and you casting on main stage. Okay? Yeah, me and you casting on main stage.
We're going to have to get you a box, brother.
Yeah, I'm going
to sit down.
I'm going to stand on that box. I'll be real with you.
I just sit down, bro.
Yeah,
I've been sitting down casting for so long. I don't know if I can stand up and cast anymore.
Okay, what? Blaze, come on, you go to the gym every day. What you talking about?
I still been sitting down casting for a year and a half, but continue.
You know what? That's true. Our muscles are kind of wasting away. We need to get back in the gym and do some squats, but Team Queso, Rezik on your screen. Choose to or at least force to go onto Reflame, and Dream Conspiracy wins that fight once again and gets the second boom shot. It's the second time they've had it. Team Queso not looking like the strong team they were on Speyer. Still early, though, and an opportunity to maybe fix a couple of the issues are here. But as far as Team Queso goes, they're on the opposite end of the map. They don't even want to press over. Dream Conspiracy says, all right, we'll take the fight to you, I guess.
All right, yeah. DC, they're going to have to, as Team Queso already set up here on the next rotation. Dream Conspiracy across the first 2 hills. So far, so good. Now they just need to build off this lead. That boom shot goes too deep, but I don't mind the play. You got to take that player out the corner. If you can do that, you can find a way to get inside and take your right hand and fight the 2 players to your left. But instead, it's Team Queso, still fortified. Pressure coming in from multiple sides. Player 3 in the spawn. Cristalize has a huge job to distract these players. Gonna have to worry about his 1v1, and he does just that. He doesn't get any help from his teammates. Here comes the support fire in just in the nick of time. Team Queso will be able to hold this hill. And now, I think they will be able to catch the lead with this one as well. Yeah, they'll be thriving off this. It's one more team fight. Dream Conspiracy is going to attempt this one more time. I don't know if they can wait for the 4th. They definitely got time to wait for the 4th, but they're going to have to get in here. And if they lose this, they got to play for next.
Yeah, this was a good opportunity, or a good choice from Team Queso to rotate as early as they did and set up. And obviously winning that team fight was the cherry on top. Rezik continues to hit some great shot. Yeah, you said it's going to be easy. There's 2 players to finish off, plus you got Reflame behind cover, and that's going to be it. Wrap it up. Team Queso should be able to retake the lead off this hill, and they're rotating in for my favorite one personally, the bandstand hill.
Yeah, it was so easy because they saw all 4 players rotate from bandstand. That smoke came in late. They were able to get the call out that we have 3 at the front door. Once that call out came through, Team Queso were cool, calm, and collected. And, you know, they were just able to clog up that door right there like Velveeta. So good job to them. Boom shot in hand. And now in this moment, they need to ask themselves, where can they get the multi-kill with this boom shot? Rezik's doing a good job backing out of that hill because that's not where he needs to be. He honestly should have a pistol out in this moment.
He does. Trying to connect onto BGod. Can't do it just yet. Rezik forced to dip out as Dream Conspiracy looks to retake the lead once again. And this is going to be a telling hill because normally the games are decided by the bandstand hill. And Team Queso can't get the break onto it now. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the break onto it in the future. Sleeafer, though, finding an opportunity, rolls in. Absenz full red and Xclusive. Look at the pickup. Now BGod moves in. He's going to be finished off, and that was a great job from Team Queso. But Dream Conspiracy still got a decent amount of points from it, which means they keep it competitive.
Enemy spotted!
Yeah, those were some good downs in blue juice to the rotation down low to the hill. Great retake from Team Queso coming off the respawn. Now, Xclusive with his Lancer out. Well, Flash is out. Got to defend against the bandstand push. Going to have some help from Rezik. Sleeafer watching the inside of the hill. Beautiful 2-shot down. But he needs some help here from his squad mates because the pressure isn't being put out anymore. But there's the kills, and Sleeafer still alive. Both these kills should get cleaned up without any issues. The rest of these members from Team Queso just need to rotate towards Pergola, but they may get beat. Luckily for them, Rezik will take the back spawn. He may just need to camp here until his teammates can come in from the other side of the map.
Okay. Rezik's got a big spot to hold.
Perfect timing, actually. He got it.
Yeah, he
help
got it.
from Juice was
Sleeafer
there.
also helped. Exactly, yeah. Sleeafer was able to help from Green Juice, and now Rezik, he's going to stay put. He wants to keep these spawns in control for Team Queso, and that's a smart decision, but I guess he's going to go ahead and back off and push in. Oh, no, a disastrous finish, though, as BGod picks up 2, but Sleeafer is going to be there, and I believe the mid-fight is 1 from Absenz. He's going to pick up that fresh boom, and Sleeafer is most likely going to die, and he does from the cross, but at that point, Absenz has got to be happy with the positioning because he also has that. He kept the boom. He didn't use it yet.
Yo, great pistol there from Sleeafer to even just get that down. That was fantastic work from him. You know, popping off. You know, my pistols sound like doom, the doom, doom,
doom, doom, out those marshmallows, bro.
Doom, the doom, doom. It's like it's a slow rhythm, but they're all headshots. Okay, the damage is there.
Man. Oh my gosh, Absenz. Or was that Crab? Or who was that? It was BGod rolling into the flames. Things are starting to get wild here. Sometimes the easy way out is just the best way out, I guess, to get the fresh spawns, and it seems as if that's what they're wanting to do. Absenz up close to Cristalize, and Cristalize will go, and this is a scrappy district. control, but around this point, normally when teams are tied up 150 to 150 at the halfway point, we'll start to see a team start to trail off and a team start to dominate. And I'm assuming that's going to happen off this hill.
Yeah, and you are absolutely right. It starts with the second rotation, and that starts off the back of this hotel hill. So who can have the better setup in this side of the map? Team Queso are getting the kills in spawn, but the spawn side isn't necessarily the best place to hold this area of the map. If you have incendiary grenades, being at the low side may be the better advantage for you and your squad. All you have to do is make sure you flame that corner at the top of the stairs. If you do that, no one can contest the hill, and they have to run down the stairs into your lancers as you're defending it. So Dream Conspiracy, where they are, is in a good spot here, but they can't allow these players from Bandstand to get any closer, and they are going to force them back towards the mid-map.
Oh man, Dream Conspiracy starting to take a decent lead now. Absenz catches one off guard at Sleeafer. Straight into Cristalize.
Ooh.
Big fight for the fresh boom, and Cristalize will win that. So despite Absenz getting that nice shot on the Sleeafer earlier, it's not going to mount to much because the boom is in the hands of Team Queso. Yet Dream Conspiracy, like I said, one team starts to trail off. Well, now DC takes a 50-point lead. It's not so easy holding this Cinema Hill, but Team Queso, they're dead set on it. This is where they are going to stay put.
All right, 4-man setup at the bandstand. They may be too tight though. Like, it looked pretty on our screens, but it ain't viable. Okay, It looked nice, but it's not a good setup. And that they have to connect with that boom, and they're lucky that Rezik got a kill as well, so that gives them a 3v2. Make it a 3v1 as Sleeafer finds a kill of his own, and now they can finally break out and get a better positioning and get a better setup, because they need a player at least on either Pergola's side or bandstand side for that setup to really be as strongest. But when you put all 4 players on top of the hill like that, you're axing to get crossed out. If they didn't have that boom, they would have lost that round.
Yeah, absolutely. That boom was instrumental in the success. And Reflame choosing to go up by himself. Team Queso's closed the gap. Where they were most successful on, though, if I'm not mistaken, was this next hill, right? Remember them rotating off a little bit earlier. Maybe they can find success here, but 40 seconds is too much time. You can't leave that just to be wasted. Dream Conspiracy will let it go forward, and Rezik will do a good job holding his ground. Still one more challenger you have to deal with. It's going to be Absenz full red. Getting the cross is going to be Team Queso, and the rest of the time should be crossed out, but you see Team Queso starting to rotate over to establish some sort of control on the next hill. They're going to have to fight tooth and nail for this one, because whoever takes over this hill that's coming up, right, is going to be at a distinct advantage. But those shots from the snub was just crazy.
That last team fight at bandstand, Absenz ran in that hill, was like, F it. Everybody else died. I might as well go in here too as well. And he came off respawn, was like, F it. Since we all running around, I'm going to run down here in this hill as well. And he just gets crossed out. He needs to slow down. The first one was understandable, but the second one is just unfortunate. He got crossed out trying to get to his power position on a rotation, which Cristalize fought him for it and got down to this corner. Cristalize being in that corner down low, that's a power position. It forces players to have to clear it, and as soon as they turn the corner to clear it, that's when they take shots from top juice and from the hill as well. So good job to them to be able to do that. But as we see, Dream Conspiracy was able to flip the map. And now is Team Queso spawning in at the outside, but Team Queso, they do have that positioning down low. Crabyys, what type of play can you make? He goes for the damage first. I think that was the right move, but his teammates wasn't able to play off the little damage in which he did put out, which I think they could have.
It's an important spot BGod needs to maintain, because giving this up means he's going to be flanked, and that flank isn't going to come to fruition. Team Queso knows now they need to get out and down low just to keep the hill contested if they can, but a lot of pressure from Dream Conspiracy is in. Rezik can't stay in, but he's not going to have a choice. He's going to be forced to fight it out, but I got to say, Rezik shots are hitting clean, but in that moment, he will be
tie game.
At least gone, and like you said, tie game, right? This is the hill, right? If you remember, Team Queso rotated very early on. It wasn't the last one, it was this hill, and they were so successful with it. If they can be just as successful as they were off the first rotation, they will win the series. Yeah,
this was their money hill, and they're in the same positions. Cristalize is going to back up, take the spawn. They got 2 players at the top, but player 1 has the best positioning, if you ask me, because as soon as these players cross, he needs to be careful when he wants to shoot. But honestly, he can shoot now. like with this intel and his positioning, it's only one way these guys can come from. Team Queso should be ready, and they are ready. The call out was there. This comes down to staying alive and somebody helping Cristalize. Can Krista get some help somewhere? Getting pushed by 4 back there in the spawn.
Yeah,
but
yeah, they knew they needed to take him down, right? I mean, that's an important spot, but Xclusive, my goodness. Can Dream Conspiracy get some help to take that man out at that point? Boom shots in Cristalize hands. We'll see what's going to take place in this moment. Obviously, Team Queso has to pump the brakes a little bit, reconvene.
If I can't... Oh, no, he needs to burn this.
Yeah, he's got to shoot it. Yeah, right here. Oh, no.
Hey, as long as he shot it.
That's true.
But that was the scenario that he was in. I was going to say, you know, save it for next. Don't even use it on his heal. You can't win off of it. You don't have teammates around you, but he needs to make sure he didn't give that boom up and try to get a kill from it. Now, man advantage on the map in favor of Team K. So we rotate from ATM down towards your favorite hill of Bandstand, Taylor. The Dream Conspiracy having a lead, trying to send us to a map number 5, but Team Queso feeling really cheesy with the 2 kills they got here towards the middle. You know what? Oh, I was about to say give Cristalize the 3rd, but he did a little bit too much there towards the top end, and his teammates is going to start to pay for it as those players from the Juice are going to trickle down into the bandstand. What a great nade from Rezik, but they need to win a 2v2 fight. Sleeafer with a revive, Rezik with a point blank, another revive, and Sleeafer, can he win the battle? Another revive! Oh!
Like I said, Bandstand Hill is normally where the rounds are determined, the maps are determined, and in this case, it looks like Dream Conspiracy is going to make it happen. You just got to get a touch at this point. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do it as a 4-man push. It's going to be close enough, though, and they're going to fully commit for it. The opportunity to retake this round is in their favor. Dream Conspiracy so close to victory, just 2 points away. Cristalize and all the boys from Team Queso decide to move in. Rezik going to be on the flank, though, and Rezik could play an impact here and gets a full spread. Not going to be enough, and 300 to 270 is where it will end. Dream Conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen, will send us to a Game 5 Canals execution.
Damn. We going back to Canals, folks, but I ain't mad because we're going to another map number 5. Don't go anywhere because when we come back after this, we're going to get the conclusion of Dream Conspiracy versus Team Queso.
Welcome back to the Gears Pro League Day 3. We're going to map 5 in this great series between Dream Conspiracy and Team Queso. Blaze, I totally thought Team Queso was going to win this, but just like I thought Rebel was going to win, Reactor against Elevate, they didn't, in that map number 4, right? But now, same scenario, Dream Conspiracy looked as if they weren't going to win this, but they do, as Team Queso ends up falling a bit short, 300 to 270.
Yeah, they fell short indeed, and now the pressure is on their shoulders to come in clutch and win a series. We felt like should be easy for them, but you talked about stamina earlier, Taylor. We don't know how long these guys been warming up throughout the day. It's about 10 o'clock over there on the East Coast. They could be reaching their limits. They could be getting gassed out, but they're going to have to figure out how to give it everything in which they have today in this last map on Canals if they want to come out with it victorious. But hey, so far Dream Conspiracy put up a better fight than Rise against Team K. So we're going to map 5 true. Canals.
It's true.
And DC, if they can close it out, that'll probably be the biggest surprise of the day, that Dream Conspiracy took them down, but not Rise. But it just shows you sometimes it's a battle of matchups, bro.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is crazy. I mean, look. All week, all 3 days, Blaze, we've just been all over the place with the matches. PK beat VQ. Obviously, Team Queso beat Rise. Oxygen, beating Fire and Ice, also beating Hive. It's the week of upsets. It really is, And DC, as good of a team as they are, didn't put them as a better team than that of Team Queso. But yet we're going to Game 5. So I don't know what it is about this week, but it's opening week. We're here, and it's been a good time. I've enjoyed watching all the upsets. I'm about to go broken channel points for the 2nd time in my life, but fair enough. It is what it is. I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, it is what it is indeed. And luckily I didn't bet any channel points today.
Very lucky.
I thought about going in on oxygen on the oxygen matchup because I knew everybody else was in Fire and Ice's favor.
Oh, you would have been nasty for that one.
I would. Oh my god! Like you don't even understand. I should drop 20K on that one. But if Oxygen has to play up against somebody like Rise, or did they play against E United yet? No, they didn't play against E United. But when Oxygen has to play up against Rise, E United, PK, I'm voting Oxygen 100%. One of those series, all in. I'm going Oxygen. Because the Bollocks lost me all in last time when I voted for Mars, so he got to make up for it.
No, about to lose all in again, please. That's supposed to be. All right, let's get this going. Like you said, this is your third time casting Canals tonight. I know you loved every bit of it. We talk about the mid-bridge control and Reflame along with DC getting it once again.
Loved
Team
it.
Queso.
Loved the initial.
Nowhere to be found other than just down low getting Lancered out.
I don't know what the hell Team Queso is doing.
What are they doing?
They didn't go up mid-bridge. They didn't go up top. It's like shooting fish in a river. And this is exactly what's happening. You know, there's some ugly fish. Yeah, fish in a canal. All right, so now Team Queso with their backs against the wall.
This is wild.
All three of these players getting lancered up. Now, I said I had loved the initial because Reflame's smoke grenade off the start I thought was well placed. I loved how he dodged his shots. Team Queso tried to make an adjustment last second there to kind of play for the bow and water, but you saw a player from Dream Conspiracy push all the way through and get that Lancer behind him. So that kept Team Queso off balance there. Just a great initial off the start for Dream Conspiracy, and we'll see how they're going to build off of that, and also how Team Queso is going to adjust.
I mean, I hope they push forward. That's the big adjustment, right? I mean, challenge mid-bridge. They kind of just.
Did we not watch Elevate play this map tonight?
It was like they were like, there's smoke out. We can't move. It's too dangerous. We'll run into something. I don't know. But finally, Xclusive has woke up. Unfortunately, taken down. Sleeper goes for the team pick. An opportunity to maybe turn things around is in, but Cristalize now. 1v2 moving around. Head blown off. Crabyys takes him down, and now it's going to be up to Rezik by himself.
Yeah, this is looking like it may get bad quickly. Rezik gets a kill on the board. Gets himself one. Oh, but here we go. Oh my god. It started.
Man. Yeah,
2 straight rounds here.
It is.
And
it is.
And off these last 2 rounds, the first round you see Reflame, he gets on top of mid-bridge uncontested. The second round is played a little bit more passive, and they play for the kill on mid-bridge and get that down, and they work from there. So far, so good for Dream Conspiracy. As we head here into this round, we'll see how is Xclusive going to be able to stop this, because after 2 rounds of information, knowing him, I know that he's adjusting already. So, smokes are out. A quick turbo pickup with Rezik and Cristalize. They know pressure's coming in from the top side, but do they see it just yet? Nope.
Torpo charging up. Absenz goes for the challenge, but gets to finish down low. Okay, 4v3 now.
He gets away.
And he does get away.
Can't happen. My question is that where the hell is the 4th guy here for Queso? You send 3 down low, mid-bridge play doesn't work out for you.
Well, yeah.
You shift down and you get 2 to help you pick up the torque bow. Then the 4th guy should be up top somewhere, right? Like, no one should be able to push through your side of the map before you get back with that torque bow. It just shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know how well versed Team Queso is on Canals. I mean, surely they're okay. But I mean, they're not playing it very well.
Oh, they played it well enough in this round here to get the man advantage, but now they got to just clear the corners.
Okay, don't BGod. Okay. All right, Team Queso strikes back. Brings it 2-1. So yeah, I mean, they played it well enough to win the round. I want to. Well, they did try to go for mid-bridge, but they got Lancer down.
Actually, I just said it backwards. I meant to say it on the side of Dream Conspiracy, so that's my bad. I got the squads mixed up because it was the COG team. They got the bow that round and they backed up. But regardless, we'll see how it plays out in this one. I did get confused for a second. But chat, y'all feel me? Yeah. Let's head here into round number 4. You're gonna start to see that smoke. That's a bad smoke, but it's enough for Dream Conspiracy to get up top. And so this is where Team Queso, they possibly get the bow. Rezik on the secret man position, and that's a great way for him to play it.
Yeah, it is.
Knowing that it was a lot of pressure coming in from that high side from Absenz, and he capitalizes on it. And they may have already dodged both nades. I thought I heard 2 explosions, definitely heard 1. And if that's the case,
no,
yeah, they're gone. That's the case. They just got to play their numbers, possibly get bow. If they can figure out 2 players are high side, you definitely go down low and get the bow. Or at least fight for mid-bridge. The water flank is also an option. I feel like Team Queso gonna throw this round away though. I don't know why I feel that way.
Why you got put out that bad juju all of a sudden?
I don't see their thought process in their rotations. They're talking about it right now, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, they're gonna get that torque bow, which is what you mentioned. Maybe.
Okay.
Surely they pick it.
Yeah,
Okay,
they do
pick it up after they take down Crabyys.
Good round.
One task at a time. Finally, Blaze given the seal of approval, saying good round.
That's good, yeah, good kill. They took their time. They were able to push through, get the bow, get the kill. Now, I will say what I'm critical at times about during the Pro League is the speed in which plays are made, because there are speeds in which the play in which you can make, the opportunity of that goes out the window depending on the team in which you play against. So I'm always curious to see how fast these teams are on the same page. We talked about earlier tonight, me being able to see comms and gameplay. In that moment, I could see them talking about it. I could see them trying to, kind of assess the numbers. But I felt like that intel should have been already known. But in the end, that's just me being super critical. Team Queso, they're gonna win this round, a much needed one, to get it all tied up 2-2.
All right, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out, just like Dream Conspiracy was figuring out Speyer as they played it. Now we're seeing Team Queso slowly but surely start to come back. But DC, you got to give them the edge. I don't know. I think they just have that confidence. They're feeling themselves, and they're getting mid-bridge more often than not. Once they get to that spot, I guess they just have to figure out how to capitalize on it, because they had it last round, yet they didn't do anything with it because the first pick came through, and I believe it was Rezik who was able to get it. So let's head into it. Round number 5. Rezik down low going for the torque, but he's getting way too aggressive here. Onto BGod. BGod surely gets the final bit of chip damage, but I don't know, because you got also Team Queso pushing up, and it's just a mad dash for eliminations.
Nah, he was the right kind of aggressive. He knew he had help coming in from the low side. They keep a man advantage, and they get torque bow. And you were talking about, Dream Conspiracy, having a momentum of this map and feeling like they're in control. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the player that Dream Conspiracy is gonna have to worry the most about is Xclusive. If they don't deal with him round after round, he is gonna outplay them and beat them, because he just constantly adjusts as to what his opponent's throwing at him. I can already tell you that strat that they ran that round was called by him. And so with these 2 torque bows in his hand, yeah, you got to get those shots on the cover, but man, shoot the left cover, bro.
Okay, yep. Nice shot. Reflame on the opposite side. That was a crazy torque at the end, but 3-2 Team Queso manages to chain together 3 rounds in a row. Slowly but surely. I think the big key takeaway for tonight is, you could see weaknesses in both Dream Conspiracy and Team Queso. So for teams moving forward to play against them in the future, maybe they say, or they take, this entire best of 5 series and apply that to their picket bands and apply that to how they want to just come about their overall strategy and playing the team. But let's see if Team Queso can break away from lead 4-2, or can Dream Conspiracy tie it up. That's some good Lancer fire to at least repress Reflame. Absenz still gets up top, might be able to get the nades, and if he does, he's got an opportunity just to Lancer down, and Rezik gets absolutely brutalized.
But free. Or free. The freest cross I've ever seen on this map in my entire life. And today, that's saying a lot, Taylor. I've watched this map 3 times today, okay? And that was the freest rotation that we've ever seen on top from the high side. And so when you do send 4 players down low on this map, you cannot stagger that push. You cannot slow it down. I don't care if a teammate goes down, you got an extra guy down low, you better get that revive and keep on pushing forward. It is a game of speed and time if you're giving up those frag grenades. And it just wasn't there for Team Queso that round. So Absenz, man, he's just doing whatever he wants up top, and soon he's gonna find a play style. I will say he'll find a pace up top to play at in which he can outplay these members of Team Queso once again. Free nades. Free cross over the top.
All right, one's used. Looks like no blood lost, though. Cristalize going to be down. Sleeper gets to pick up, so still going to be a 4v4. And is there one more nade left?
Nope.
Nope, they're all gone.
So they successfully get out, and they dodge all nades. So that's a win from Queso, but look how hard it was.
Yeah.
Look, you saw how hard it was for them to get out, sitting 4 players down low, giving them free high side.
Yep, wasn't easy.
The only reason why they got out is because Dream Conspiracy missed their nades, and that 4th player up top didn't put himself in a position to utilize his Lancer fire quick enough. That's the only reason why Team Queso makes it out of here, but they should not have.
Almost a good connection, but BGod has to keep his head down. We're going to be at a bit of a standoff. Most likely, I feel this round coming to just an overtime ring. And I'm curious how it'll play out because there's shocks on both sides. Crabyys has his own shock. Rezik has his own shock. Obviously, there's 2, right? That's why we don't have double snipe. But I'm going to weigh really heavily into Cristalize Torque Bow. But Dream Conspiracy does push up a little bit, like they do want to maybe challenge Xclusive. You got to check your left corner. This would be a devastating blow to Team Queso.
He heard him. He had to have heard that player bouncing the inside of him in the way that he did. Oh, no! I love it. I love it. I love it.
I was just waiting for your response. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, Krista, this is gonna be a big connection though. Overtime meal comes up in just mere seconds. So that's a well-placed shot.
That's a bow.
Oh, huge connection. Nade's gonna be missed. BGod gets to capture, and Dream Conspiracy brings it 4-3.
Yeah, just some missed torque bowls right there from Cristalize. He hit one, but the one that he really needed to hit was when those 2 players dropped down low into the water. He connects on that one. That round goes a little bit differently, but well-played shot grenade there for DreamCon. Multiple smokes and flashes getting shifted off from both these squads. They got what they want, but now let's see how can they execute here in this round. Not going to be a 4 down low for Team Queso. Rezik will have to fight up against Absenz, but it's Reflame who makes it on the mid-bridge first. First blood, Xclusive followed up really quickly with the other DreamCon members. And now Rezik wins that fight, but just Dream Conspiracy speed at the bottom of that mid-bridge, they just outmatched Team Queso. They wolf-packed up the front stairs, and Team Queso couldn't do anything about it with a few players just kind of having their Lancers out towards the back.
All right, match point. Map point, series point now for Dream Conspiracy. 31,000 channel points about to be absolutely obliterated and gone to everybody who voted for Dream Conspiracy.
31,000? That was it?
Yep. I mean, that was,
that was
you
just
only
what
have
you
20,000. Yeah, it's 31,000. That's what I bet.
Oh.
Well, you thought that was collectively the whole Twitchverse?
Yeah, I was about to say collectively only 30K believed. Like, y'all got 30,000? That was what the chat believed in y'all with?
You're about to start damn. You're about to
somebody about to be rich.
Points. Like,
whoever put that 30K down is about to tenfold that.
All right, here we go. 3v4 now. Xclusive. This is going to be the biggest torque bow connections of your Canals live here in this series. Crabyys surely doesn't die. Slowly pushes forward. Crabyys wants this. I respect it. He's going for that challenge. Reflame will pick up the shock. Sleeafer will pick him up. Bring it to a 2v4. Team Queso with the man advantage. Play this carefully, Cristalize. No reason to get too wild and crazy. Xclusive takes one down, and this is going to be a Team Queso round, surely.
Yeah, it should be. Reflame's called out. Yeah, he's getting pinched from multiple sides. So Team Queso, they have a much better success here in this round than they did the previous one. So they're going to have to save face. We saw them in an escalation be down 4-3 and be able to make that comeback win 2 in a row. But now Team Queso, they put their backs up against the wall again, and we'll see if they can come clutch. Their focus has been Torque Bow, while on the flipping, and Dream Conspiracy's focus has been positioning, mid-bridge, high side control. Rezik won his battle last time, but his teammates lost the battle down low. Rezik staying in the water. It's another 4 low for the Torque Bow. Will it work this time around with Xclusive on mid-bridge? He is able to square up with the 1v1, so that works out for him. That's how you counter Absenz. You get up there before him, you check up. Here comes the rest of the squad. Crabyys with a shock grenade. Nades in the hand of Team Queso. They can go huge with these nades, but I see no connections, no downs. They save them, and the torque bow is missed. This map will slow down.
Wow. I can't believe no one dies after that big clash overall for the torque and everything else. Absolutely wild. But, you know, it's funny. We don't ever see Team Queso with mid-bridge control. Surely they win this round now that they do have the advantage and bring it to a round 11.
I'm curious if Xclusive tossed both those nades or not. It's just one. I see him in his hand, so I think as long as I see him there, that does mean he at least has one in his back pocket. So
yeah.
He's gonna have to save that to last possible second. The shock grenade is in the hands of Cristalize. Crabyys is gonna have the shock for Dream Conspiracy. Shock smoke combo versus a nade shot combo on the side of Team Queso. When it comes down to utility, torque bow will be the explosive damage in which Dream Conspiracy has, and they're gonna have 3 shots to work with. But we know that when it comes down to this final heal and players hitting shots under pressure with players standing in this neutral hill, they're missed more times than not for whatever reason. But these 3 shots, it's just gonna have to connect from Reflame if they want to close the series out now. And this is going in water too. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
BGod got the smoke shot combo. That's a bad smoke though.
Oh, good shot though. Crabyys is down. An opportunity just to hop in. All Team Queso needs to do is just sit there for just a little bit. You can't even get the challenge, and the nades are going to be thrown. Crabyys and BGod are going to be finished off. Absent just on the outside. He's gone. And I can't believe it. We're heading to a round 11 game 5 for our final series between Dream Conspiracy and Team Queso.
Woo-wee. Dream Conspiracy trying to get probably their most important win of the Pro League. If they can come away with this one, this they could celebrate off this win. All right.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the comeback. We're in a round 11 against a team you're competing to stay out of relegation with Team Queso being one of the newest squads in our league. Reflame, another perfect smoke. Has to dodge the flashes. Team Queso gets on the mid-bridge first. Quick torque bow pickup from BGod. He is covered. Now, will we settle? Will chaos still continue to ensue as Absenz backs up for the fight? BGod revving a bow. Gonna put a few on the ground. Dodges one nade. Shock grenades are picked up. And the round will slow down and set up just like it did as of last.
And what does Reflame do here, though? He's going to be joined by Crab. Oh, the shock's
get
thrown?
Called out.
Did they throw the shock?
No. I didn't see it if they did. I don't.
Okay.
No, it's in the hands of Rezik. But he has less torque bows than he did before for the last fight. You know, if you're a BGod, I'm not. It's not like you have sniper shots here on this bridge going. Trying to catch these players as they're sliding cover. To try to make that shot with a torque bow is even harder because you got to get a full rev. Now he only gonna only have 2 bows left for this final hill. I think Team Queso has the advantage. Xclusive still 1 nade in his hand. Rezik with the shock, and we're gonna have it's gonna be a flash torque bow combo. Less utility than before for the side of DreamCon, but both squads in a 4v4 scenario. 30 seconds left on the clock. Here we go, Taylor. You ready for it?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
All right, well, you better get ready for it because I'm gonna let you take it away.
All right, Absenz is, for me, the X factor. And I'm curious, do they know he's below that bridge position? Because once they go to challenge, is it? Oh, it's on the right, excuse me. So Absenz isn't going to be shock's going to be thrown. Team Queso looks to take the early advantage. Rezik is going to be the first one to go in for the touch. But Absenz is going again for the torque bow. But now you're going to have a 1v between him and Sleeafer. BGod's going to be finished off early on. You also got Crabyys going to be dropping off. Absenz goes in for the touch. He's going to be finished. Reflame is gone. And Team Queso will win the round 11, 6-5. And they will be your champions tonight in this series. And they win it 3-2 over Dream Conspiracy.
Ooh, make it rain on these boys right here, because as Queso comes through, they will cash out off those last 3 rounds right there. Rezik's your MVP. He was playing high side, flanking, getting torque bows, being a nuisance. He gets it done there for the squad. Team Queso, it was hard fought. It was hard fought. They were contested here from DreamCon, but they stayed composed and they fought their way to victory.
You can't say it was easy. You can't say it was easy. No one can say that was easy. Like I said, I was literally nervous for the round 11 because from what we've seen from both rosters plays, I didn't know what to expect. But what was the magic formula? Team Queso started taking over the mid bridge, and all of a sudden, they started winning rounds. Crazy how that works, man.
And, think about it. The maps that Queso won, Speyer, the newest map that we had in our cycle. Okay, sure. They win that one pretty decisively. But then they win a round 11 Vasgar Escalation, and they win a round 9 Vasgar Escalation, and a round 11 Execution. So that's how they take this series. A new map, and in 2 last rounds there for those maps. But the maps that DreamCon won were more decisive. They were more decisive. That first Execution that we had on Clocktower was a better win for them. They had a better strategy going into it, as well as the control on District. It was actually both those maps were just as close. Still, it was 6-4, and it came down to 15 seconds.
Oh man,
the Speyer control told the story of this series.
It did.
If that wasn't here, if it was Regency, maybe Dream Conspiracy wins it.
That's true. Yeah, not a bad observation. And that just comes to show you the value Speyer can bring, or any new map that's added to the rotation. If you can get an early control, I wouldn't say master it. No one's mastered Speyer yet, but if you can at least get a good understanding, some nice strategies on a new map, right? You can have a distinct advantage early on when that map isn't in the rotation or played too often. That's why I'm curious to see EU play on that map, because like I said, they did pick it in the series previously yesterday, but it didn't get played, unfortunately, because I think they got, well, I say unfortunately, but they ended up beating their team 3-0. But I digress. Great series in general. The fact that Team Queso 3-0'd Rise earlier today and Dream Conspiracy sends it to a Game 5 Round 11 speaks volumes about what DC can potentially do to even the top level teams in Pro League.
Yeah, you take that first map out the equation and you look at these last 4, it was anybody's game. It was honestly anyone's game to come away with it. But Team Queso, being the better Speyer team, they got themselves off to the start in which they needed for a close series.